1981, my older brother bought an electric sign company in Plymouth, Michigan. And I pretty much ran the whole operation as far as fabrication, service. The starting point of the Neon Connection came about before I actually learned how to bend glass, which was 1987. I was always intrigued with the whole neon, it just, I guess probably what got me going was getting shocked by beautiful light. Ever since then, it just intrigued me every time I serviced a sign. Thank God for the mill, because I've steadily been restoring a collection of signs that have no glass, no wiring, no transformers, no housing, just vintage raw skin porcelains.
So I've been working with some of the collectors in our hobby to try and identify what the historically correct colors were for these neons, because so many of them were, if they were ever photographed, it was in black and white.
So, anytime I'd see a black and white photo of a sign, that's when we had to really research it with several of the NABA people that are involved with it. There's so much knowledge. Occasionally you go online and try to look up that sign, but that's even dangerous because they're that rare that they're not even available.
There was one instance where we were not sure what the word beer should be in, if that should be in red or blue.
I did do one sign, the Stony Beer sign, memory of that, had a little chunk of blue glass in it.
And Mike actually found a little shred of blue neon in the back of the can. And he called me up and he said,
so I knew for sure that had blue on it. Well, which was it? Was it the Stoney's word or was it the beer word? A lot of back and forth with very knowledgeable people to, come to the conclusion to get the color right. It's got to be right.
And he found this and preserved it and cared enough about it. And I said, you're right, let's make it blue. So he's really been terrific to work with.
Mike LaCroix will look at the Union stamp, the bends, how they are crafted or created, the blackout, all the little details, and even the type of color or tubing, whether it's a vacuum tube and has mercury in it, or this color only existed in the 30s and 40s. All those little details, if you're going to go to the trouble to put neon in a big outdoor porcelain sign, and you've got one chance, why not do it right? Because you're just a caretaker of this item until the next person, and hopefully they come along, that will appreciate the effort, the passion, the knowledge, all the things that you put into acquiring it, and you just pass it on to the next person.
That's so meaningful to me to see that initial reaction when they see their sign that I've made for them or created for them. It's really, that excites me as much as doing it, because I know it really means something to them. And they're, that wow factor, like, something you don't see every day, but it's a great feeling, The thing that keeps me enthusiastic about this whole trade is how enjoyable it is from start to finish, the creativity of it. It's such a great feeling to start with a straight stick of glass and create, letters, a shape, just everything about it. It still keeps your enthusiasm going. I don't really treat it as a job. It's more of a, I don't want to say hobby, but I don't know what you would call it. Fun time? I don't know.
I have absolutely loved working with Mike LaCroix. He's enthusiastic and passionate, and he's really kind of dedicated to his craft and interested in doing things historically correctly. And as history geeks ourselves, we really appreciate that.
You know, with the Cone Top, with the brewery, with the whole fact about these collections of signs is really an exciting venture now, years later, when I didn't even think nothing of it, repairing or redoing signs similar to that way back 30 years ago. Now it's like, wow. It's got more meaning, especially putting it into a museum where people can actually see it as I do. I guess on a personal note, to see it in a museum form, still alive and well, there's nothing quite like it.